the janitor deliberately splashed dirty water onto the billionaire's pants. The billionaire was about to yell at her, but when he saw her face, he immediately changed his expression. He even respectfully addressed her as sister. And when he learned that the janitor hadn't had breakfast, he immediately ordered someone to buy her breakfast. The reason the CEO of a listed company treated a janitor with such respect was because the seemingly insignificant janitor was actually the chairman's mother. The woman and her husband worked in the company to ease the burden on their son, with one doing janitorial work and the other handling repairs. One day, a new property manager came to the company. She claimed to be the future fiancé of the CEO. On her first day, she organized a staff meeting, and using her high position, fired the CEO's parents. She then replaced them with her own parents. The elderly couple tried to argue, but the woman threatened to have security throw them out if they didn't leave. Not wanting to cause trouble for their son, the couple decided to leave, even abandoning the unfinished electrical repairs. However, the next moment, the entire building suddenly lost power. It turned out the man hadn't finished the repairs when he was called to the meeting. Now, the manager had fired him, so she asked the father to quickly bring someone to fix the issue. But the father could only keep urging the workers. When the building owners started complaining, the manager called her father to hurry him up. However, the father said that only the uncle, who had just been fired, could fix it. Upon hearing the uncle's name, the billionaire immediately realized the severity of the situation. He reprimanded the manager for daring to fire them. But the manager, relying on her position, refused to back down, insisting it was her right to fire anyone she wanted. She didn't need the billionaire to interfere. Angered, the billionaire immediately canceled all cooperation with the company. However, the manager remained indifferent, unaware that her actions would lead to serious consequences. Meanwhile, the elderly couple worried that the prolonged power outage would damage their son's company's reputation. So, the uncle decided to check on the situation. With his help, the power system was quickly restored. Just as he was about to leave, the manager stopped him. She knew the power outage had caused significant losses, and needed to shift the blame to avoid losing her job. So, she falsely accused the uncle of intentionally sabotaging the system to get revenge for being fired. The secretary added up the total damage, including the cancelled contract, which amounted to a loss of $7 million. Everyone was shocked to hear this, but the uncle ignored the baseless accusations, and said they could either call the police or sue him. He wouldn't take responsibility for these fabricated charges. He turned to leave, but to his surprise, the manager's father was unhappy. He grabbed a 30-kilogram toolbox and slammed it into the uncle's head, knocking him nearly unconscious. However, they felt no guilt. Instead, they still wanted to get rid of him. The woman angrily argued with the manager, but the manager slapped her across the face and shoved her to the ground. Then, she shouted at the other employees, ordering them to either beat the couple severely or fire them on the spot. Fearing the loss of their jobs and income, the workers reluctantly began to beat the couple. At that moment, the female CEO appeared.